Alrighty everyone, welcome back to another video now. If you see me mute like I'm about to here, it's because I'm still dying of the cold. For anyone who doesn't know, in the last video I didn't have a cold, but I got a cold in between like filming the last video and now, so that's why I haven't like been posting daily for like 2 days. But this is today I'm doing a video on the Steam Deck. Now, for anyone who doesn't know what the Steam Deck is, let me just turn my camera on and I'll show you. It is a portable device. I am also very unwell. You can probably kind of see I look like shit. But it is a portable device. From what people have told me, it looks like the Switch. Which I guess, yeah. Let me show you. So this is the deck, or the Steam Deck. This is the Steam Deck. As you can see, it is a portable console. It's, and this is just the dock that I've got. You know, there's a lot of wires plugged into it, like the HDMI cable and all that. But this is the Steam Deck right here, so it's just kind of chilling there, and it's very good. It is pretty good. You can play it obviously handheld or, as I've got it, docked. Yes, the dock I've got is just a not a free one. It's just a cheap one. I think I bought it for like 20 quid on Amazon. Top Amazon. I actually do need to check my Amazon orders. I'm gonna do that on this video real quick. So the Steam Deck is a handheld console made. It's like a handheld console that it's a handheld console. I just need to quickly pop outside as well, so I'm going to pause this video. Right, I'm going to continue to go get my Amazon order back in a second. Alright, sorry about that. I had to go get my Amazon order. Unfortunately, thankfully nothing was ruined. Both things I ordered were fine. It's just that when my Amazon delivery man decided to leave it where things get wet. And yeah. Anyway, right. So, yeah, this is the Steam Deck. So, Steam Deck. Pretty much all you need when you have a Steam Deck is a Steam account, which I have. So we're gonna log into it. So yeah, obviously this is primarily runs off Steam. It is also a gaming PC. It is also technically a gaming PC. If I go here and then click power, and then if I go to switch to desktop, it will turn into basically a gaming PC, and I will show that in a minute. However, basically this automatically launches in big picture mode. So, let's kind of go through pretty much the menu. So first you have like pretty much the games menu, I like to call it, where it's got all your basically games. If you have no games, nothing will show up. Now because I have a PC, and also I have a Steam Deck, I have a bunch of games. These are games that, pretty much all the games I own on Steam Deck and on Steam, that I've, played on PC. And, yeah. Sorry, I'm tired now. Yeah, so, yeah, they're all pretty good. I've been very addicted to this game, but let's not get into that. But yeah. So, it is very good. For anyone wondering what the specs are, I'm not entirely sure, so you might have to Google that. I might put the specs in the description, we'll see. But yeah. Next, obviously, I have like the update stuff, so if you've like played any games, it'll kind of update you. It'll update you on games you've played, so I'm getting stuff for Counter-Strike 2, Tabletop Simulator, RE4, Fallout 4, Superman Together, Water Park Simulator, blah, blah, blah. I'm also obviously getting like, and it says trending among friends, so if you have friends, you'll be able to see it all, basically games here, so I'm just getting some recommendations for games, even games I own. And yeah, like Arc Raiders, no offense, don't really care for it, I'm not a huge Arc Raiders fan, it's like I don't like Escape from Tarkov, or out like that. And then yeah, you can see like some of these games are being recommended to me. I'll go through who's recommending. It's like Hogwarts Girl playing Hogwarts Legacy is recommending that to me. Scotsman playing Fishing Planet, same. I think Andy Toons played that as well. But yeah, Satisfactory by Little Gnome, that's getting referenced to me. Da Vinci Code, that Cricket 26, not a huge cricket fan. I already own Among Us, but, so does Grim and Miss T. Shoggy. Crazy Yo is recommending Sonic Racing Crossworlds. It's not like that, by the way. It's not really recommending. It's more what they're playing more of. So yeah. What packs in me had an update today? I wonder what the update was. Probably just getting rid of the Christmas stuff, I assume. But yeah, so we also have search, where you can search games or profiles. And yes, it does have a little keyboard that shows up. I'm also controlling this. Again, I am controlling this via a PS5 controller right now, which is just plugged into the. Which you can Bluetooth, but I've also got plugged into my thing. What is this? Oh, there's a software update. I'll do the update today anyway. Next we have this notifications, so I'll show you what like games I have on sale. Then we have all my friends. So here's all my friends. So we got like James at Gallagher playing Megabonk, Kokusai playing RV there yet. Little Gnome playing Dungeons 2, then Give Me Sibyl's Ass playing Nothing, who's also actually on a Steam Deck, because you can see he's got the Steam Deck logo on the right. Misty Shockies, who's playing Nothing, Ghosty's playing Nothing, Herm playing Nothing, Hogwarts Galaxy HX playing Nothing, and KMS George playing who's away. Well, that means all these are away, and then we got Andy Toon, Crazy Da Vinci Code, Detox, Dominator 0314, Galgum, Grim FM, Hex the Gay Agenda, Janks, Loki, Luna Fatalis, Rafe Willows, Roland Carloseth, Scotsman Gaming 77, Solar into Pity, Sneeve 39, who is Sneevem. You may know I've done videos with Sneevem before. We played a Way Out, It Takes Two, and Split Fiction together. Twin Tornado 69. Actually, Calber and yeah. For anyone who I've done videos with on here, things I've done videos with people, or things I've done videos with or streams with. I guess I haven't really done it. I mean, apart from Neve, that's kind of the only one I've actually really ever done a video with when we did like her joining my Minecraft hub. But that was it. Obviously, you can see it says charging because obviously it is currently charging because it's connected to the dock, which I have the charger connected to the dock to do that. And then obviously you have my profile, so you got profile, your status, and all this. Friend code, if you want to add me, feel free. I may or may not accept it, we'll see. And then yeah, I've got many different games here, so let's just blast on a game. Let's play Arkham Origins. You know what? Let's do it. So we have all these games, but I can just scroll to view more in your library, and then we can go to. So there are. Sorry, I'm really ill at the moment, so I think I'm going to cough again. One sec. Okay, yeah. So as you can see, you've got games that are great on the Steam Deck. So you can see like a lot of Lego games are quite good on the Steam Deck. Some of them aren't actually. So some, by the way, some of these do have check. So you'll see on the icons they'll have like ticks. If we go to all games, you'll see some have like these eyes, which means that they will work, but some things might not work. I'm also getting notified that T is playing GTRP. You'll have Alan Wake, which is giving me a tick. Which means it runs on the Steam Deck with either the controller or keyboard and mouse. Among Us is an eye, but that's only because it's basically just kind of like you can play it, but yeah. And then Apex Legends apparently is outright doesn't work. I call bullshit. I'm going to call bullshit. Actually, no, I think that's mostly because the anti-cheat can be a bit fucky with the Steam Deck. But yeah, most online games are a bit of a struggle to play on the Steam Deck. But then any game that's primarily just like keyboard and mouse wise is a bit rough unless you have a keyboard and mouse connected. It's like Fallout's, okay, but it's also like some of these games do and do not work. It's like Fallout 3 works very well, keyboard and mouse and controller. But then sometimes you can get a bit, yeah. But alright, let's play some Arkham Origins, shall we? Now one game that talk about Arkham Origins, you'll notice it says it doesn't work. If I go to game info, it says unsupported. Now it's only unsupported because Steam haven't actually checked if it works. So I'm going to prove to Steam that it works, even with and without a controller. So if we launch it, you can see it says starting launch, and it just kind of shows the thing. It also shows the controller like layout. Again, I'm playing on a PS5 controller. I'm going to show you that on camera. I'm playing on a PS5 controller. That's not using wrong camera. This is properties. Hold on, get my good camera. This one. This camera's that's big. Yeah. So you can see I'm using a PS5 controller here. So yeah. But here we go. So Arkham Origins is launching. And yeah, so I guess we'll just play a bit of I don't know, we'll play a quick challenge map, I guess. No, let's play free roam actually. So actually, if we click on the PlayStation button, it will load up this, and this will actually give us the sidebar. So let's go home, library, store, friends chat, media, downloads, settings, and power. If we actually press the 3 dots button on my Steam Deck, it then actually comes up with some game information or some other information. Like we actually can do the overlay performance, where I can give you guys this, so we can do a bit of a. I can do a little bit of a video where it's like this. A little of a benchmarking video, so you can see it's got the benchmarking stuff. So if we just quickly launch just a normal save file, I guess. You can see on the top left it's got that, though I can also make that a little bit smaller too. The button didn't work, that was weird. Like where we have 2, so we have it on just on the top there. I can see the FPS, I can see how the game's going to be, how the game plays. Currently we're locked at just 60 at the moment, with about with it running quite well actually. Sometimes this game does like to drop frames quite a bit. But yeah, actually let me not play on this one. Let me play on my current save file that I've been playing on recently, because I'm playing through the Arkham games again. Keep forgetting not to do that. But we can just also just go to a simple little OBS, a simple little frame counter on the top left there as well. That does work too. So I'm just gonna wait a second for this game to load. But again, if you don't want it on, now you can actually get the full big big thing, but it does make it very unplayable and very weird to look at. So I'm just gonna I'm just gonna turn it off. But here's Arkham Origins. It runs very well. It plays very well too. It just because you're basically playing on a computer pretty much. But yeah. So you can do missions and stuff. Like I've just kind of been like, I did recently just finish the story today, so I've just been, sorry, one sec. So I've just been kind of going around, like getting all these network relays. Like you can see, I've turned on all the comms towers and stuff. I've still got a lot of these side mission stuff to do, which I'm going to do today anyway. I'm going to do that while watching Practical Jokers, which is what I like to do. I need to make some pizza, I'm hungry. Yeah, so yeah, you can see pretty much the game runs really well, even Gotham, so yeah. This game, so now it also, now I want to say this real quick, some games do play differently depending on the resolution you're playing on. Now if you're playing on docked, you have a 1080p monitor, the game may run worse. Now you can see, if we go here real quick, it says I'm running on 320. Why is I'm running on 320? I don't know. I'm running on 12 by 720. Sure. That was strange. Oh, I didn't save. No, I did save. Yeah, it was strange that... Okay, I don't think that was true. But anyway. The usual resolution for the Steam Deck is usually, I think it's 1280 by 720 actually. But if you're on a monitor, it's like 1080p to thing. But yeah, I can also just change this to no full screen, which will just make a weird. It'll just put the green game as really small. In a box, it'll make it boxed and a black background. So yeah. But yeah, you can see the game runs well, the game runs fine. Let's quickly grab, I guess, a really quick, there we go. Yeah, I forgot what one of these as well. Can't scan it for some reason. Oh, I guess I can't do anything with it. Okay, I don't know how those work. I'm sure, I thought you scanned them, I guess not. Anyway, yeah, so yeah, the game runs really well. So yeah, some games run differently, like Arkham Knight, I've noticed will have some problems. Like Arkham Knight runs so fucking well on my Steam Deck, on its base resolution, on like a handheld resolution of its like I think again 1280 by 720. However, or whatever the resolution is of the screen, I actually can't remember. However, if you run the game in full like 1080p, 1920 by 1080, the game will have some problems. The game will lag. it runs fine if you set the graphics levels to low, because I mean the specs are still pretty good. Like I actually on the Steam Deck I was able to actually run like Uncharted 4, which was technically running the PS5 version of the game on this, and it did very well. It ran very, very well actually. But yeah. If we go and play another game, I guess, so let's just go and play another game. If we try, and we'll see what we've got. Obviously, Lego games run very well on this, like, because Lego games run very well on most things. But let's have a look and see what we've got. Let's have a look and see what we've got installed. So let's go to, I don't know, let's run, say, the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. I like this game. I've done videos on this game, actually. If you haven't seen those, definitely go check them out. There is a playlist on it, so... Yeah, this game, if I'm correct, runs really well, like, no matter what. Yeah. In a minute, I will show you the desktop mode, which I can't entirely show you how without having a keyboard and mouse, because it does... that means I'll have to go and take my keyboard and mouse out of my PC, which I can't really be bothered to do. But yeah. So here it's just I'm going to confirm the time, which the usual stuff. And he's like, "Wait, what are you doing?" The first time you set the game up, yeah, he's just going to stop it right. But yeah, one thing you'll also notice as well is the buttons. A lot of the button layout, I think this game's the same, will show up with like Xbox controls. That is because this game. That's because obviously, for anyone who doesn't know, most PC games run on Xbox controller because most they don't really support PlayStation controller. Thankfully, Steam does have. I need to set this to 1920 by 1080, or whatever its base resolution is. That I guess. Yeah. Why is that only running in 720p? I don't know. That is very confusing. Anyway, it's fine. But if we start the game, sorry if you hear me like sniffle and stuff. It's yeah. Sorry, you guys had to hear me cough there. It came out of nowhere.
Stanley,
he's gonna try and do the whole way.
you don't want to see the cool surprise?
So yeah, so
fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
So this is yes, so Stanley Parable 2. We all know it.
Came to a set of two open doors. He entered the door on his left.
We all know it very well. So if we like go through, I guess here, it runs very well. Obviously, it's on the Steam Deck, so it runs very well. It is in a weird graphics though for some reason, but yeah. Yeah, so that's the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Sorry I didn't show too much of that. Yeah, we'll just close the game real quick. I guess let's show you desktop mode. Now, desktop mode's gonna be a bit weird to show you on thing. Also, my Steam Deck hates my Wi-Fi, but it runs very well on other people's Wi-Fi. It just does not like mine. But yeah. Oh, my friend's playing. Okay. So let me show you how to access desktop mode. Because for anyone who doesn't know, this is not just a portable console. It is actually a portable PC. To get to that, you go to Power, and you go to Switch to Desktop. Now, this is going to look probably weird in my OBS. It might say Elgato. Yep, there you go. There's my it's just my capture. It is connected to my capture card because it is running as a console, I guess. Yeah, I can't move the mouse till my thing. I also have to do it through the deck, but I can't run it until Steam launches. Why I don't know, but that is a thing. There we go. Yeah, but here you go. Now, as you can see, it is running a version of Linux. It is running a version of Linux. Yes, this is my background. Shut up. Yeah, so it is running a version of Linux. Sort of. It's called Steam OS, but it is running a version of it's a version of Linux. I'm also double monitoring technically because it has my Steam Deck monitor, and I mean I can show you real quick. Here's my camera on. If you see, if I do this real quick. Shit. Tighten. There we go. if I show you real quick, you can see it's got on that left monitor, it's got on here, it's got like pretty much this is like that's the second monitor there, that's all I'm seeing. And then, again, apologies, I'm filming this while I'm ill. And then obviously here you can see it's got a second monitor, so yeah. Obviously all my games show up here, and then if I open up Steam, just right here, I started using the touchpad by accident. Actually, the touchpad could actually come in quite clutch, actually. But yeah, but if we go through here, you can kind of see all my games I've got. And yeah, so this is just another way. Obviously, it's got like I've got Firefox, and I've got some file stuff, some software center, and a few other things. So yeah, quite useful. That's just the same. That's the new stuff. But yeah, I guess if I click on my profile, here's my profile. Again, feel free to add me if you want to. But yeah, this is my profile. And yeah, I love my background thing. I also love this bit. But yeah, I guess that's kind of it, pretty much. From the Steam Deck. Obviously, like what games can it run? I guess I'll quickly run through that. It can run a majority of, like, quite a lot of games. It can run handheld. It runs a lot more handheld than it does when it runs. It runs a lot more handheld. That is my Last of Us theme background launch thingy. It does run more games handheld than it does docked, because docked, if you especially run it on like a monitor, like I'm using my monitor that I use when I'm connected to my when I'm using like my PS5 and on my PC and stuff. So and this monitor I'm using is a 1920 by 1080 monitor. It's big, or it's 16 by 9. Sorry, it's 16 by 9 monitor, so it's big. It's very big, and it runs in 1920 by 1080. So yeah, big and 1080p. It runs games like Resident Evil 2. It runs, I would say, pretty much it runs games depending on things. So it runs like most 2015 games. Some games it struggles with, but most it runs. It runs most things from like 2013. If I'm correct, it runs GTA 5 well. What I'd recommend doing is, with the Steam Deck, majority of the time, just kind of benchmark your games. It's always like one of the best things to do. You can see I've got quite a few Lego games installed. But yeah, it's always the best thing to do is to basically what are the soundtracks I've got? Can I play these? Apparently no, I can't. Okay. Can I play these? No, okay. Yeah, pretty much. You will want to I'd recommend just benchmarking a lot of your games. Like some games, and obviously because it is technically a PC, some games may run like shit, which means if you want to play the game, you may have to turn the graphics down. But if I could go through some of the games, like I'll run through some quick games that I know do run on this. I'll just do the Great for Deck one because that'll just be a lot easier. And actually, no, I'll do it all because yeah. So games I've tested and that do run on this is Alan Wake, Among Us works, I think, maybe, might be wrong about that. I actually haven't tested it. Batman the Telltale series works. Arkham Asylum runs amazingly. However, I do actually want to bring this up real quick. Games like Arkham Asylum might not launch. All right, I had a problem where, like, if I launch Arkham Asylum real quick, it will launch. Okay. It will launch. Oh, it will also launch with a launcher. By the way, you'll see it launch with like a launcher, which we can then we should just be able to select. I hope. I might have to do this. I might have to launch it through this. So, alright, I've got to feel it out. There we go. I could do it with my second anyway, so it's fine. But yeah, so originally when I played this game, it used to come with the launcher, and then it would kind of launch like that, and then it would crash. The Arkham Asylum used to crash a lot. Every launch, it would not launch. It refused. And I was very confused, but I did find a fix. Some games may also have on your deck, you may also have some weird issues where sometimes the game will launch. You might have some weird issues where the game will launch, with, like, I don't know, say, the game might launch, or if you, Resident Evil 7 actually does it, and so does Resident Evil 8. You launch the game, and it might come with, like, coloured bars, a bit like, you know, when a TV, or a bit like a TV. It'll come with coloured bars, and it'll have, like, a weird static on the bottom left. That is because you want to go to, I guess I'll do a bit of a video on how to do that. I guess I'll do a quick small video. Pretty much, you're going to want to go to desktop mode. I guess I'll do it now, actually. So, here's a bit of a video on how to do it, I guess. Actually, I'll do a video on it, actually. I'll do a video on it now, actually. So I'm going to end the video here. Thank you all for watching. If you guys are planning on getting a Steam Deck, I'd recommend it. You can also get an ROG Ally. They are very good as well. Yeah. That's good. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.